Howdy folks, and welcome back to Skybees 2. I wanted to quickly cover two things today. We'll start with the first one. I've got it down below. It's the Industrial Foregoing Potion Brewer. It seems as though quite a few people have problems automating this, and this is the way that I automate it. One of the first things to remember is that when you build your recipe for your potions, is you need to put the ingredients in the order that they need to be brewed. Notice this recipe starts out with another wort, and then the sugar to make the speed potion or swiftness potion, the glowstone to make it level 2, and then the gunpowder to make it splash. The only potions that I currently have crafted are to use to build for the Draconic Evolution parts that need them. I have my potion brewer sitting here. Got it on top of an interface with my two patterns in it right now. I'm also exporting blaze powder into this ME interface. We'll go ahead and look on the outside. I've got an import bus on the right hand side here to import, and it's filtering on the potions that I want. On the back, I have an export bus exporting glass bottles, empty glass bottles. There's a crafting card in the event that there's none in the system and it needs to craft one. And then there's an inner tank of water on the top. And the way that the potion brewer needs to be configured, the reason why I have the bottles set to export to the back and the blaze powder importing where it is because if you import these items just into the potion brewer, they all go up here into the input slots. This is called your brewing input. Everything just goes up here. It doesn't like sort it or go anywhere. So for the water, of course, I have it set to pull water from the top. The bottle input is set to just the back, and the import bus pushes the bottles in here. This is the blaze input. I've got it set to pull from the bottom, which is so it will only pull the blaze powder in. The brewing input is just allowed in from the bottom, so the ME interface can push the recipe or the crafting items in there. And then the output is set to go out the right side. As long as these glass bottles are in here, it'll refill them with water, and then whenever I request a potion, it'll put them in the order that I crafted the recipe in, and then it'll just brew them all the way down until they're ready for the import bus to pull out the one that I told it to. I can kick off a craft here of, I think I've got a few, but we'll go ahead and kick off a batch of them. It's going to always craft 3, so it's going to stick all those items in there. We'll hit start. We'll look, and you can see it's already done. The add-ons make this thing really fast. The efficiency, of course, just makes it take less ticks to progress. The processing makes it do 2 of the items at a time. So it was doing the nether wart and the sugar for the first run, and then the glowstone and the gunpowder in the second run. And then, of course, speed just makes it go tick down faster. So, but that's how I automated the potion brewer. It's not difficult. It's just finicky, because if you don't build your recipes right, it don't work right. And if you don't set it up to have blaze powder and empty water bottles and water to fill them, it just doesn't work right. The second topic I wanted to cover is the extreme crafting tables. One of the recipes in here is the ultimate ingot, and you can see it's in the ultimate crafting and extended crafting table. Takes 79 individual items to craft this ingot. And Applied Energistics has a limit of 9 items in a crafting recipe. So how do we do this? Well, we have to do inscriber chaining, I think is the name for it. But this is the way I figured out how to do it a long time ago. I haven't really seen anybody do this. But what we have here is, this is where it starts for me. I have an inscriber name press named P0. And the way you make the name presses is you just take your quartz cutting knife, put an iron ingot in there, give it a name, and it makes this inscriber name press. And if you put this inscriber name press in an inscriber, any item you put in that inscriber will be stamped with that name. As you can see here, we've got an inscriber name press P0. I have my recipes built using wooden shovels. There is a wooden shovel in my system called P0 because I have it set to recycle, so that whenever this shovel goes through and it gets named P0 all the way up to P10, I think it is for this recipe, and it will, as a matter of fact, I can just search shovel and see the wooden shovels, all the way to P9. So it starts at P0 and it goes all the way up through P9. And and then when it's finished, the shovel comes back. It will be named P9 at that time. And this is set to, or I'm sorry, P10 is the last one. I was right. It will export P10 into here and then rename it back to P0, and it gets reset for the system. The rest of the system is here. We have the ultimate auto crafting table down here. I don't know why those always look like there's one in there, but there's not. But anyway, I have the recipe saved in the ultimate crafting table. And these are the recipes. Each one of them has 8 of the items plus one of the shovels. Notice you see in there, fourth from the bottom, it says, and it needs one P0. So that's why I have one P0 shovel in the system. Then the next one crafts with one P1 and those 8 blocks. And this one is with P2 and those 8 blocks, and on down the line, all the way until this is the very last one, ran out of recipe space in this one. And this one takes one P10 and the last, or it will create one P10 using the P9 and the 7 blocks. You notice it says creates one P10 and one ultimate ingot. So this is the finishing recipe. When they come through, the the universal pipe here is set to send each one of these shovels with their name to a specific inscriber so that it gets stamped with the next name. It's important when you're setting these, using the tool to set the destination filter. It's very important to click where you're going to put where the cable is going in. Because if I say, for instance, were to have clicked this side with the destination tool, then it'll just think, oh, okay, well, this is an open side, and it'll send anything into there. So make sure you click on the side where your cable is going in for using the destination tool. And anyway, we have all of these, and whenever you request an ultimate ingot, it sends it and it cycles that through each one of these. Each one has an inscriber press that it goes through to be renamed to the next one, so that it just completes the cycle. And just so we can watch it here, I think I've got enough materials to craft one. I'm not sure. Let's see. And you can see there's all the blocks that are needed to be crafted. And then down at the bottom are all the various shovels with their names. It says it needs to craft one. It has one available, the P0. Yep, looks like we have all the items, and then we'll hit start. And you just see that, all right, and there goes that shovel, and now it's going into part 2. And if we look in here, or in the ultimate crafting table, we'll see the items populate in, because the ultimate crafting table will pull, the ultimate auto crafting table will pull from an inventory on top of it. And you'll just see each time the shovel comes through with its list of items, they get populated. Then it gets crafted and sent down, and then the recipe is complete. Notice we have no crafting job active. And we've got 22 ultimate ingots now. And if we look back at our shovels, we'll see that all of these are ready to craft again, but P0 is standing by for the first craft again. I don't know if there's any other way to do it. This is just the way that I figured out how to auto craft on the auto crafting tables from Applied Energistics, and just thought I would share it. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Thanks and have a good day.